Welcome back to the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series event from Trois-Rivières, Quebec. We're about to be working lap 17 of 42. The 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick gets ready to take the green once again for restart number 1 here in this 100-kilometer event. Green flags up and we're back underway.
Single file restart here on the street course. We head to turn 1. There's that 22 of Scott Steckley. He now sits second. And
the 02, Kerry Mix, got the tow truck in a box free pass. He now sits at the tail end of the lead lap in 16th. Not bad.
Oh, tip of the hat to Mark Dilley. Look at, he's having a great run here in this tight little street course. He really needs a good finish to get that team momentum built back up on that 9 Dodge.
Yeah, he's sitting in front of road race ace Andrew Ranger coming off a win at Montreal. But Scott Steckley starting to look, or no, excuse me, that's Jason Hathaway in the 3 car starting to look on last year's champion here in the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series.
And quietly sitting right behind them, we've talked about it all year long. That's a Ford number 1 Canadian Tire of Peter Gibbons, looking pretty good here today.
And Lapsevich having a great run as well in the 25 car just behind this battle as we ride on board with Andrew Ranger.
Now you can hear him working the gas and brake pretty hard there, trying to stay ahead of that number 3.
And driver, we saw him out with engine trouble just a short time ago, the 29 of Pierre Bourque, who came to a rest on the racetrack. He's made his way back to the pits now, and he is standing by with Arton Lewis.
Pierre Bourque has made his way back along pit road. Pierre, sorry it was a short run for you. What happened out there?
I thought we were running really great. We moved up from 13th to 9th place in the first 10 laps. And then suddenly coming out of the last corner here, the engine just broke on me. I coasted into corner 3 and it was dead on arrival, unfortunately. It's the first time that's happened to me in all my racing. So I chalk it up to just one of those things. What can you do? The Mohawk Internet Technologies car ran real strong and we'll be back at it.
Yeah, heartbreak for the 29 of Pierre Bourque. First motor trouble in all his career. That's not bad.
Well, that means he's pretty good at not abusing equipment. You got to remember that car is out of the Dave Whitlock stable. Pretty good equipment.
And you can see the bodywork flapping on the 7 car of Alex Tagliani. How about JF Dumoulin in the 07? He's having a great run here in front of hometown fans.
Well, a little bit of home track advantage, and he also wants to do really well in front of his peers.
That's not a bad car either. Car formerly run by the 22 of Scott Steckley, so you know it's a pretty decent piece.
Well, when he changed from Pontiacs over to Dodges, he sold off the equipment, and that's a real good piece he picked up. Now, we're also got to pay attention to how long NASCAR is going to put up with that fiberglass flapping on the 7.
Well, we will keep an eye on Alex Tagliani's race car, but how about the drive by the 17 of DJ Kennington? Started all the way back in 26th position. He's currently running 7th, having a great run here today. And we've got some action down pit lane as well. The 19 of Brad Graham's in.
Full throttle Fury car along pit road. The crew jump over to try to get that bodywork repaired as best they can. Get it up off the ground. Try to get Brad back out without losing a lap. He gained a number of positions. He's really one of the beneficiaries of some carnage up towards the front guys.
Well, that damage was caused when him and Kerry Mix got together earlier on there, and he needs to get it fixed, get back out, and collect all them serious points.
Yeah, he tried to hang on as long as he could before coming down pit lane, but eventually just had to come down, as there is the 27 of Andrew Ranger, and some big news out of the Ranger camp here this weekend as he picked up a nationwide series ride for the rest of the season.
That's right, he's going to be in the 22 Super Clips on Armando Fitz's.
As we take a look at the Home Hardware Midway update, there's the 7 of Alex Tagliani coming down pit lane. And we've had one caution for just 2 laps. The fastest lap put in by none other than Scott Steckley back on lap number 12.
Boy, what a surprise. You know, the 22 car laying down a fast lap in a race. We've seen that many times this year, and the crew is working very hard to get Tagliani's fiberglass refastened to rejoin the fray.
Looks like they're working hard on the front to try and get the airway open. Is that right?
Well, you know, you got to get air to the motor. Oh, Peter Gibbons overcooks the corner and down the runoff.
DJ Kennington tucks underneath, but the Canadian Tire Ford Fusion of Peter Gibbons, and we've got more cars around. Possibly oil down in that corner. It's the 25 Tim Hortons Chevy Monte Carlo of Jim Lapsevich, who's facing the opposite direction. The caution flag flying in that corner. But so far, not a full course caution, and Gibbons back on track. JF Dumoulin going around on the inside, and now Anthony Simoni with the window net down. He has broken a motor.
Well, Dave, that's where our oils come from. Look at this. DJ and Peter going at it. Peter gets loose in the oil. DJ misses it, makes the corner perfectly, and then all of a sudden, here we come. We got the 25 backwards. We got them all over the place.
Gibbons did a wonderful job trying to keep that car off the wall, and he did, so no damage to the one car as he rejoins the race. And look at Steckley starting to make a move on the 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick. On board with Andrew Ranger in the Walmart-tied Ford Fusion.
Oh, we're starting to see some smoke out of that car. We'll have to keep an eye on that as the race progresses.
That's the 9 of Mark Dilley, just ahead of the 27 of Andrew Ranger. Not too much smoke visible right there, but you definitely saw it as we rode on board with the 27.
I'll have to keep an eye as that goes along. Probably a little bit of a rear end or transmission because we don't see anything coming out the pipes, so I doubt that it's a motor problem, even though Pierre Bourque has already had an engine failure out of that camp.
Andrew Ranger really doesn't want to stick around behind the 9 car too much longer. He takes a look on the inside, heading down Rouge Villeneuve into corner number 1. And Ranger will back off and tuck back in behind the 9.
Well, this would really be disappointing if Mark Dilley has a mechanical failure because he's having a great road race here today.
He is too. You know who else is having a great road race is Andrew Ranger under the Fort Duplessis will pick up that spot, ducking underneath the 9 spot to move the 27 up into 3rd.
Wow, Ranger really forced the issue there. That's not the best passing zone because of how narrow it is going underneath the arches. But you know what? He's seen that wounded duck sitting in front of him and shot him out of the sky.
See Ranger at work. I was going to mention another driver having a great race here today is the Snap-on Dodge of Jason Hathaway sitting inside the top 5. He's been at the front all day long, quietly having a very, very solid run here in Trois-Rivières, but J.R. Fitzpatrick has led every single lap so far.